and then in 1929, the crash was stopped. So that didn't happen. So anyway, they ended up here, coming back here and looking at this in the mid-30s, 1930s site. And they got very smoky. At that time,
Yeah.
608 acres. We now have 490 acres of solar. But why he chose this place had a lot to do with the fact that it wasn't on the top of the hill; it was on the brow. You were above things and you could see out, but you could be a part of the hill. And a lot of his architecture had to do with building with nature, integrating nature and the building environment to make it into one. So when you look around all these buildings today, if you ask the architects who was in charge of preservation here, how many buildings do we have here on site? One. It's all one building. All the spaces in between are all part of it, and that's a big part of the thing. When they arrived here, they found on the side of this mountain several of these petroglyphs. This one in particular, this little shape right here, looks sort of like hands doing this, the clasping hands. That became, if you look over there and you see on the tower, you see the steel work, you see that same symbol, it became the symbol for Taliesin West. And if you know anything about Lloyd Wright, he always had graphics. He graphic symbology everywhere he went. And always came up with a theme. You don't really have to. You don't really have to. Yeah. We're going to walk Taliesin.
It's just how you got
No, but he has
It's beautiful here at sunset.
Oh, okay.
It's the best Native American shop.
I have been by there, and I think
Oh, gearhead.
These are all part of the club.
As in peelers.
it's over here. I'll sit next to you.
It's a good question.
I know.
So I was asked a question right off the bat, and please do ask questions anytime you want. I'm not used to this, so it's sort of informal, and you can take me off on a tangent anytime you want. I'm very flexible. I was asked, why does this place have the name Taliesin? What does it mean? Anybody have an idea? Taliesin comes from the Welsh, okay, and Frank Lloyd Wright his roots were Welsh, and Taliesin means the shining brow. Now when I talked to you about where he wanted to be on the hill, he didn't want to be on the top, he wanted to be on the brow. He wanted to be a part of it, right above the eyes. He was part of the whole thing. So that's what Taliesin means. Taliesin in Wisconsin, Taliesin West here. Frank Lloyd Wright has a very strange background. I mean, you hear all kinds of stuff about his life and times, and most of it's true, and a lot of it's not. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time focusing on that. But what I am going to focus on is what he did here. And Frank Lloyd Wright moved here at the young age of 70. After the age 70 is when he started doing some of the most important work of his whole life, including the Guggenheim. I mean, you think about falling water and the Guggenheim and all these things that came out of his head. Pretty amazing. Designed over 1,100 buildings in his career. Only about 500 were built. And because for a whole variety of reasons, but we won't even go into that either. But when he moved here, he saw this was an opportunity to do something where he really was able to integrate Earth with his environment, with the built environment, what he was going to do. And so what are you surrounded by? The rocks that came from this exact site. Everything you see around you came, well, not the wood, not the canvas, But all of the stone, the concrete comes from the sand in the wash. They mixed a little regular concrete with it, but if you look at this concrete, it's not the fine, smooth concrete that you get when you have a contractor come and put a new porch around your backyard or next to the pool or something. This is really granular and is very native. It has the sand that came from here. And it put all these together and built walls, as many people refer to it as tipping the desert floor up. So what you're seeing is what you feel around you. And as you walk in, it integrates perfectly and almost disappears into the background. So one of the things he liked to do, and you notice when you walk in how short that door was, he does this thing called compress and release. And so when you come in here, you look all around you, and this is his office. This is where he did his work. Now, everybody else has a studio, and we're going to go visit that in a few minutes. But this was his office, and this is where he did his presentations to clients, as well as doing a lot of his dream work. And he was able to sketch things lightning fast and come up with ideas and draw things out and then hand them off to his associates, and they would be drafting for days and weeks and months what he comes up with in mere hours. Sometimes it takes revision, but he was pretty interesting.